Hey, how's it going? This is Humble Prophet,
I'm Cherry Missile.
and this is One in One Awakening. It's a new channel we started. We're going to be reviewing cannabis products that are, by the way, legal in our country, Canada, and this is for 19 and older only. All of our products are going to have, if they're going to have THC in it, it's going to be equal parts CBD. We'll also be doing a bunch of other reviews. But today we're doing MOTA. I'm not sure if you've heard of them. They're a fairly popular company from Vancouver, BC. This is 1,000 milligrams full spectrum tincture, CBD and THC, 500 milligrams each. Today is 4/20. So we decided our first video would be perfect to do it today. We were thinking we'll talk about the ingredients, the smell, the look of it, the packaging, the whole deal. There isn't any other reviews up right now at all covering this, so we will try to make it as thorough as possible. And yeah, you have anything to say there?
I will say that we did order from a place we've never usually ordered from. We usually order from Herb Approach, and this time we ordered from MOTA.
Yeah, directly right from the company.
Yeah.
And it was fast, and it was a good deal because they don't have to go through a middleman, so you're getting it the cheapest as possible.
Yeah, so shall we open these?
Yeah, for sure. The carrier oil, tinctures always have some sort of carrier oil, like MCT oil, which is a coconut oil, or hemp seed oil, which would be good too, but they chose to use grapeseed oil. Now, I've never had grapeseed oil. I don't know why they chose grapeseed oil. I looked online, and a little bit it was saying that it's fast acting, so maybe they chose it because maybe it's faster acting than MCT oil and hemp oil. But it is all organic, or so they claim it is. We will find out, I guess.
And it's a hybrid base.
It is hybrid based THC, yeah, and it is organic high CBD oil. So not isolate. I'm not sure if you know what isolate is. Isolate is where they isolate just the CBD without the entire full plant. So you're missing a lot of other cannabinoids like CBN and CBC and so forth. There's a lot of cannabinoids. So yeah, we'll try this out. We have had one-in-one tinctures before from the Ontario government company.
How much was this again?
These are $65. If you go through other companies to get them, you might be paying anywhere from $5 to even $15 more. But if you go right to them, it's $65. I've had other one-in-ones, like I was saying, and it's clear. Usually it's clear, and that's how you know they're not using full plant. They're using isolates and distillates, so you're not getting all the benefits. You're not getting the entourage effect where the THC affects the CBD and they work in harmony with your cannabinoid system and in your body. Let me think here. Yeah, that pretty much covers it, I would think.
So shake well before using.
Right, gotta shake it. Oh, there we go. We gotta say the packaging, I've always loved MOTA packaging. It's very professional. It's very it doesn't seem like it's just a mom and pop company made, in some garage somewhere. They have been putting a lot into this. They've existed for a while. I've known about them ever since you could order cannabis online. And again, this is for 19 plus, and this is legal in our country, all of Canada. I think this is our first legal. No, last year, 2019 was the first 420 that it was legal.
Yeah.
But it was illegal for tinctures or edibles or anything last year, and now it's good to go. So it was all flower based last time. All right, so we'll check it out first. We don't want clear, we want color. So let's see here. Fill that up. These are 1 milliliter droppers, I would assume, as always. Now that is nice and green. That's what you're looking for. That's how you know it's full spectrum. So grapeseed oil, I'm gonna smell it. It smells like cannabis, 100%. The other ones we've had don't smell like anything. Distillate doesn't really have a smell, neither does isolate. It's like a powder.
Some of them when we've had where it only you could taste it but can't smell it.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of them were usually clear, really clear because the MCT and it being an isolate.
I'm not sure what grapeseed oil is supposed to smell like, but I don't smell anything other than just pure cannabis. It smells
like a nutty flavor.
It could be. I read online that it's like a sweet flavor, almost like a grape kind of sweet flavor. Maybe that's one of the reasons they chose it, to make it like taste better.
I've actually never smelled grapeseed oil, so
I've never
don't know.
I've never known about it until this. So it is thick. It looks good. Let's see if the dropper right away. Let's check the dropper out. See if it fills up to 1 milliliter. No, it fills up to half a milliliter. So, wait, yeah, 0.5 when you fill it up. So you'd have to put it in twice, take it out to fill it up all the way. Before we get started, we should probably mention that 1 full milliliter, which is a full dropper up to the line, not the full thing, but up to the line, would be 16.6 milligrams of CBD and 16.6 milligrams of THC. Now, if you're used to, say, this dose, it will be more effective, if you will, because it's full spectrum. We're assuming that's how it should be. We haven't tried this one before, so we will let you know. And yeah, it basically smells like if someone took an entire cannabis plant and squished it into a bottle. So this is going to be good. But yeah, I trust this company. They've been around for a long time. So yeah, I guess let's try it out. Now I have a higher tolerance than Cherry Missile. Not a huge. I mean, we don't consume cannabis a ton all the time. So our tolerance isn't huge. But we it's not completely clear. So
and when we do, it's only edibles.
Yeah, well, ingestion only.
Yeah.
This is going to be an ingestion only site. There's a lot of controversy around smoking and vaping cannabis products, and we're not here to say what you should or shouldn't do, but through our research and our own experiences, we've realized that smoking is not the way to go. It also doesn't last as long. You're not getting the full benefits of it. It's not going through your whole body the way it should. And you actually activate something in your liver that is more psychoactive than smoking or vaping anyway. I forget what it was called. Joe Rogan always talks about it. It activates some sort of special THC or whatever it is. Yeah. And it's like 10 times stronger than THC. So, you're not going to mess your lungs up. You're not putting water in your lungs. You're not putting smoke in your lungs. You don't have to worry about, there's many things. I don't get as much anxiety, but that could also be because we're using 1-in-1, so the CBD stops the anxiety. I will say, right off the bat, a lot of people think that if you combine CBD with THC, it's going to negatively affect the THC effects. So you're not going to get as lifted because of the CBD, because they say, it's going to cancel it out. Not true. From my experience, it does not cancel out the THC at all. It actually works with the THC, I find. And it basically just stops any sort of like hangover, like a cannabis hangover if you've ever had too much THC, or it stops any paranoia or racing thoughts. I mean,
It's more balanced.
it's very balanced, 100% balanced actually.
Yeah.
And because it's full spectrum, it's not just going to be, just the slight effects. It's going to be the full plant. That's enough talking for now. Unless you have something else to say.
Yeah, I noticed when you take edibles, before we were doing the 1-in-1, and you took pure THC and it barely did anything. Like that 600 milligram one, or chocolate.
I will say something on that. I have found that I have taken pure THC. We don't anymore. But when I did take pure THC after I'd already had 1-in-1 balance with CBD, I needed a lot more, and it didn't last as long, and I didn't feel as calm, I guess you could say, or what would be a better word?
Anxious?
No, it wasn't even anxious, because I don't mind the anxiousness. I kind of like the anxiousness from the THC, because I don't know, there's something about it. I like the rush almost
I don't
feeling.
like the anxious feeling.
No, she hates it. But no, I mean, I found I had to take more, and it didn't last as long. Oh, this was the point I was trying to make, is that I get more grumpy and aggressive. So I'm more touchy. On THC, pure THC, things can annoy me more, or I get a little more frustrated. Like if I'm chilling and like watching a show and somebody interrupts me or wants to talk to me, I can get a little aggravated. I'm like, you're messing up my buzz. I can get a little aggravated because you're not getting the full antidepressant, anti-anxiety, calmness that you get from CBD. So, I just found personally I was using way more than I need, and for some reason it's more addictive. You're not really addictive. There's a lot of debate whether cannabis is addictive or not. All I know is the feeling of THC makes me want to do it more often and do more and more and more and more. CBD I can space, the 1-in-1 I can space it out. I don't really crave it. When I come down, I don't need to get lifted again. I'm kind of cool with it. I'm always satisfied. With THC, I can be very unsatisfied. It's just because it's imbalanced. It's imbalanced, so you're going to feel slightly imbalanced. But so we're gonna take some of this. I'm gonna tell you how it tastes and so forth, and then we're gonna wait for it to kick in, and then we're gonna come back, and you can see how we look. We're gonna tell you how we feel, and we'll be coming back a little bit early for Cherry Missile because her stuff seems to kick in about 45 minutes. Mine starts to kick in about 2 hours and really hits home around 3-hour mark. But this is full spectrum. We haven't tried this before. This is the grapeseed oil. We don't know whether, I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest with you.
How strong it's going to be, how weak
really
it's
don't
going to
know,
be.
yeah.
We've tried an oil base before, but that was from, it was in Hamilton. That white bottle.
Oh, that's the one we were talking about. Yeah, that's the pure isolate and distillate one from like a Ontario government place. Very low percentage THC and CBD. It worked fine. It was MCT oil, but it was clear and it wasn't full spectrum, but it worked. And it was very low amounts, though, like milligrams. So this is...
We've tried all bases, though, right? We've tried food, candies, chocolate, and tinctures and oils.
Pretty much everything, yeah.
Actually, the tinctures, no, yeah.
We haven't tried the Phoenix. Actually, we have tried Phoenix tears capsules.
We have?
Yeah, the capsules that have Phoenix tears in them. But I think that pretty much covers everything for now.
We haven't eaten yet, and food can affect it sometimes based on fats. So I haven't eaten yet. Right now we just have our Inca coffee. But eating for you, I know, after can boost it.
Okay, so I've ingested cannabis a couple times with no food on my stomach or in my stomach, and thinking that it would affect me faster or stronger. Now, sometimes, I guess it depends on what you're ingesting. Sometimes I'll have no food and I'll ingest some cannabis, and it will kick in faster, but it won't be as strong. Other times I've taken it, nothing's happened, and then I'll eat like a sandwich or something, whatever it is, and within 10 minutes after eating, it all kicks in. So maybe it has to mix with something so it gets into your system better, or you need some sort of fat. And we're not suggesting that you need to have, animal fat or anything like that. Like
Good fat. Avocado. Peanut butter.
Hemp milk.
Hemp milk.
Anything like that helps for it to work well. We have found. I mean, I've found it happen a few times. I've taken it, nothing happens. I'm like, oh, I guess it was kind of a dud, or my tolerance is too high. And then I eat something, and like 10 minutes later, I'm flying. So
see, and it's different for me because I have to eat before, because I can't eat when I am lifted.
Yeah, that's weird. She can't eat food, so she has to eat before. For me, when I start to come down a little bit, I am starving. Like, so people
Just during for me. And like, it's not that like I'm incapable, there's no hunger, and it's like off-putting. Like,
yeah.
And it almost choky. I mean, it's weird. We get pasties. We still get pasties.
Yeah.
Even when we ingest a thing.
Yeah, so pasties is not based on smoke, although smoke could probably give you more pasties because it's drying out your mouth. But yeah, you'll still get cotton mouth from this for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good to go. I mean, it's 4:20. What time is it right now?
I don't know.
Let's see here. It's 10 to 11. We haven't got started yet, which is that's a good time to get started. So she's gonna have a little less than me. We'll show you how much. I'm gonna have a full dropper because I can kind of handle that. I'm hoping, and then we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I can make the second part of this review. All right, so
cheers.
Hang on, let me see. If you put it all the way in, you can get up to 0.75 milliliters. But all right.
Tink.
So yeah, grapeseed oil. We'll see if this works faster.
Now, what about under the tongue? It didn't, and let it sit. Didn't work
Oh,
for you. Hey?
right. Real quick. People say, I mean, for me it doesn't work, but a lot of people say if you put the tincture in your mouth and let it sit for about 30 seconds under your tongue and then swallow it, it has a quicker acting, like it acts quicker, it works quicker, and it's stronger. I've done that a few times, and not only do I find it not work faster, that it doesn't have as strong effects at all. Now that's just me. For me, I have to swallow instantly and consume it completely.
Or put it in a gel capsule.
Or put it in a capsule, yeah. As long as I'm swallowing it and it's digesting in my stomach, not in my mouth, because it does not work for me. Other people maybe, but that's why I've never tried the sublingual spray, where you spray the sprays under your tongue, because it doesn't work for me. I've held gummies under my tongue, oils, capsules.
Tested them.
Yeah, and I'm let down every time. So the best I say is just swallow it right away. I think that's about it. We want this to be a thorough review. There's a lot of people that do rarely, I guess you could say for lack of a better word, a half-assed reviews. They're not really. I couldn't think of another way to say it, but like they're not thorough. They're not full reviews.
And that's okay.
It's fine, but that's
we just wanted to see more detail because we didn't see much information about it, and we really like balanced 1-in-1 equal parts because of the entourage effect.
Yeah, there's not a lot of 1-in-1 reviews. There's nothing on this, so we thought we'd jump in.
And it's kind of hard to find candies too, but now people are more getting into it, the 1-in-1. But before, when we started, it was no CBD at all. None. Not any.
Well, we're trying to actually get away from any sort of candy unless it's vegan and sugar-free, because sugar, if you don't know, not good for you in the slightest. Obviously, vegan is key too. If you're going to take medicine, why put any poison in it is how we're looking at it. And it's going to affect the high actually a lot. Anything that's unnatural that mixes with natural can really throw things off. So
I'm going to shake mine one more time.
yeah, me too. I've been chattering away. All right. And then you're going to take how much? Half of one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take a full one.
Okay. We should time it, eh?
Oh, we'll time it. So I'm going to put it at 75 milliliters, or 0.75 milliliters, and then I'm going to do another 25.20.
And I'm at a 0.5.
All right.
Probably a little less.
Under the tongue.
It tastes like plant.
It almost has a pastel taste to it. Like if you're eating like, it tastes like cannabis. Mm-hmm. Straight up. The grapeseed oil has no sweetness to it. I don't know what they're talking about on the internet.
I don't know what grapeseed oil tastes like, so I can't.
Well, they said it was going to be sweet. There's no sweetness to it. Also, I find take it all at once. I'll tell you about that in a second. I'm going to do another 25 milliliters, 0.25 milliliters here.
I'll do 75.
You always got to do a smidge. I'm talking like a drop more than what you want to take because you never get that last little bit out. There's just that little bit there. And just that. All right. Now, real quick, a lot of people say start slow, or what is it? What did they write it? Dose slow and go slow. Okay. I am not down with this because it takes so long for ingested cannabis to kick in with me. I say if you're going to take a certain amount, just take it. If you don't want to, if you're a beginner, you don't want to take a high amount, but don't go back and then add more. Like I said, because it takes so long for me, if it doesn't do much, I find, and I want to do some, have some more. The problem with that is by the time the second dose kicks in, the first one's already fading away. So it's just going to be the same that you just experienced all over again. It's not going to affect you.
It won't add to it.
It won't add to it. This whole dose slow, go slow or whatever, it doesn't work at all. You want to take it all at once. Also, because you just had some, when you do it again, it's going to be less effective because your tolerance has gone up a little bit. So if you're going to take a certain amount, figure out what you want to take and then just take it and then leave it for the day or until like hours and hours later. And then if you do go for a second dose, you have to take more than you took the first dose. So if you take one dropper, at say 9 o'clock in the morning, and then you want to get, lifted again, it's like 8 or 9 at night, make sure you take like a dropper and a half because your tolerance is going to be up. But don't just wait and then be like, oh, I'm not lifted enough, I'm going to have some more. It's like, it doesn't work. At least for me. Everybody is different. That's the important thing. For Cherry Missile, it might work because, it affects her in like 45 minutes. So we'll see, and we'll see if the full spectrum and the grapeseed oil kick in quicker. So it is what time now? And then we'll come back and let you know the exact time that we start to feel things. 10:55. All right, so we'll stop the video right now, and then we'll come back when we start to feel something, or at least when Cherry Missile starts to feel something. All right, talk to you in a bit.